Real talk. Let's talk about it.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Real Authentic Growth Podcast. I'm Harold. I'm doing this podcast to help motivate and help people grow. Also, to help myself grow as I do the podcast with y'all. Look, I got something special in store for y'all, man. Something I ain't never did before. This is going to be a 2-part episode. And I'm glad to have these guys on here, man. Look, I've known them for a long time. I can actually call them brothers. And I look forward to hearing what they have to say. And today's episode is going to be about freeing the mind. So let's talk about it. All right. As I mentioned before, I got my boys with me, the brothers from another mother. We're going to talk about freedom of mind. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves and we'll go from there.
All right, so I'm Malik Barnes, and I know Harold for about 16 years. So we just been coming up together, growing, just talking about different things and just seeing, each other's elevation. And I'll pass it to my dog.
Well, my name's Nick. I know Harold for at least 16, 17 years. He's a good guy. I had to come on here and show him some support, some hobbies about me. I like football. I don't like all this New Orleans stuff I'm surrounded by.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, man. Hey.
Well, other than that, that's about it.
Hey, who that said they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Hey. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for the introductions, man. Yeah, man, I know these guys for a little minute, man. I grew up with these guys basically, honestly. First people I could call like friends and then brothers at the same time, You always gotta work to that. But hey, it felt like that when I first met them. So I appreciate y'all for that.
For sure.
So let's get up into it. I got a question for y'all boys, man. So let's see. If you was a superhero, what superhero would y'all be?
Me personally, I'm a Spider-Man guy.
Okay.
Spider-Man always been my favorite, so
Yeah.
I go Spider-Man.
Okay. So why would you say Spider-Man? Because I'll ask
Well,
what would you say when it comes to you makes you feel like you would be the Spider-Man?
Spider-Man is I feel like he's the most relatable superhero. He get picked on.
Factual.
Then he got the spider bite.
Mm-hmm.
Then went and saved the world, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something I would do.
Yeah. Okay, Spider-Man. What you got?
So if I had to be a superhero, I'd definitely be Batman.
Okay.
Because he kind of fits my personality. He kind of low-key, laid back. He come out, when he want to.
Right. Yeah.
He live a playboy lifestyle. Not saying that's what I live, but he have a lifestyle that I want to achieve. And
right.
I think he's a pretty cool guy, man.
He is.
He gonna save the world at night.
Yep.
Do what he got to do and then live a regular life in the daytime. So.
Factual. I agree with that. Hey, y'all did good on that. Good job on that one,
Appreciate
my boys. I would have to say Blade. Blade been always my guy.
Blade?
Hey, Blade, that's my boy. Hey, look. Now, the reason why I say that, because, he was always the outcast. He was like the unique one out of all of them. But he never, I guess you could say, he didn't feel unique because the people around him made him feel like he was out of sorts. Like he wasn't meant to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is this daywalker over here?
Yeah.
I don't like him, And, and then the other guys, like the bad vampires or whatever you want to call them, they would always be like, you should be over here on this side. And then the humans, they didn't really like him because he was different. So it was like, even though he was different, he still helped the people out that really look down on him, And he still helped them out. So I was like, hey, man, I want to be like that too, I want to be able to help people even if they may be on the other side. You can always bring somebody to this side. You feel me?
Yeah. And what I didn't realize that he was a Marvel character.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either until I got older.
I watched the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Yeah. Hey, spoiler alert. Go ahead. If you don't want to see it, go ahead.
I didn't realize that he was a part of the Marvel Universe, so that was something new to me.
Right. Hey, you seen that yet?
Nah, I didn't even know he was in the movie.
Yeah. Hey, the boy came out clean as a whistle, boy. That dude said. I said, is that Wesley? Hey, bro, I was about to go crazy, but I ain't gonna cap. But I ain't seen him in a little minute, and I always wanted a Blade reboot, and they're supposed to be doing that too next year. But to see Wesley Snipes again as Blade, man, that was
that was pretty cool.
That caught me off guard.
Yeah, I'm not even like a real big Marvel like comic guy.
Right.
That was pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
a real good movie.
I'm telling you, hey, it's a real good movie. Hey, you gotta check that one out.
Yeah, I gotta
I'm telling
watch
you, bro.
Yeah,
It's gory, but hey,
It is very gory.
It's a little vulgar here and there, but hey,
Mhm.
it's
Definitely.
good overall.
Yeah.
It's good overall. I look forward to seeing what they're gonna do with that going forward. But yeah, man. So let's talk about it. So I'm gonna give y'all about 2 minutes, a little 2-minute synopsis of what it is that y'all came on here to talk about, and we're gonna free our minds. So,
Okay.
hey, just like in the old days, hey, we used to chop it up all the time. So it's basically kind of like a little reunion. You feel me?
For sure.
It used to be always at Nick crib though, but
Yeah.
we leveling it up now. You feel me? We
Mhm.
big boy status now. Yes, sir.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So all right. So who want to go first with that one?
I'm gonna let Nick go first.
Okay.
And
So
I'll
we gonna,
back off of it.
okay, bet. So we're just gonna do a
Okay.
2-minute synopsis
Okay.
of what it is that you want to talk about during this, and then why.
Okay, I'm trying to find a topic.
I feel like, side note too,
Yeah.
Nick, his house is always the hangout spot. Like his
Factual.
mom is so cool. Like everybody that was a gathering place, so everybody knew.
Right.
You know, you could come over there, have a good time.
Factual.
You know, like she like everybody mom for real. So
Second mom.
second mom and
Yeah.
his granddad too. Like
Yeah,
anytime we
yeah.
had advice, needed some advice,
Cool people.
or we might be going down the wrong direction, he was somebody like a good positive male role model, and I feel like everybody needs that
Mhm.
because there's been many times where we could have went left, and he'd tell me, he'd be like, "Hey, my granddad said X, Y, Z," without even knowing the situation or what we were about to do.
Mhm.
You know, so I definitely like appreciate him and his family as well too, and he being the only child.
Facts.
You know, it made us even closer.
For sure.
Mhm. Tell you, man.
But I came on the podcast to talk about what's one thing I want to accomplish this year. And so pretty much just to talk about how to set goals and accomplish it.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
What you got for us, Mr. Malik?
I just want to follow up on it. Like, for me, I always been the type of person, like, I've always been very intelligent,
Yeah.
but I feel like my main thing I need to do is the execution process of having good thoughts and just acting upon it. Like, you can be in your head about a lot of stuff, you're waiting for the perfect time and perfect moment,
Right.
but I'm learning, like, as I get older, like, you just got to jump out there and do it. You can't be scared to fail, like, because at the same time, I'm 26, about to be 27 next month.
Yeah.
And I look back at my life like, already to this point, and I'm just like, if I would have jumped and did something, maybe 5 years ago, not saying I'm putting a timeline on what I need to do, but it's just saying, like, I know I'm not getting any younger. So the best time to do is, be in the present. So that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah. I like that. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So I got some cards on here for y'all. We gonna shake it up a little bit. I had to get my boys on here, so we're gonna try something new. We're gonna have a little party fun. So I'm gonna have both of y'all pick 5 numbers randomly. And then after you pick your 5, I want y'all to pick 1 for yourselves.
Okay.
But now you don't have to grab it though. Just point out a number and I'm gonna grab them.
What you want? You want evens or odds?
I'm going to go odd, so let me get 3.
Okay. We got 1. That's 3.
I'll take 6.
6. Okay. We're gonna get 6. All right.
I'm going to take 5.
All right. We got 5.
I'll take 4.
Okay. We got 4.
And we can do 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be worried, man. What you doing over there?
Oh, you about to find out, bud. All right, so we got y'all questions. So let's give it a little look-see, shall we?
Yeah, do it.
All right, so before we even start this, y'all know I got to pull out the handy-dandy note box. What y'all know about that note box? Y'all about to find out today. All right, so first off, the question for the podcast is, what's going on in that mind of yours? What's going on in that mind of y'all?
A lot.
Hey, that's how it is. Hey, that's how it be. All right, so first question. Who would I give this one to? All right. Mr. Nick, what's one thing you want to accomplish before the year's over?
I want to read 3 books.
Okay.
You know what they say? If you don't want black people to find it,
Yeah.
put it in the books.
Yeah.
It's true.
I wanna educate myself more.
Dang. I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And that's factual. Yeah, I like that.
That's
So,
really good.
with that being said, have you started like on the first book?
No. I know what I'm gonna read though, but I haven't ordered it.
Okay. What you plan on reading?
I think it's in my Amazon cart.
Okay. I like that. Hey, that's a good goal right there, man.
It is, man.
I like that.
There's so much knowledge in books.
Factual. Hey, bro.
Really.
Hey, tell you, bro. And I ain't started reading till the beginning of this year. Give or take.
It's a game changer for real.
Hey.
Yeah, the book I want to read is called Understanding the Purpose and Power of Men.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah.
Man. How you find out about it?
Which I heard on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, you listen to podcasts too? Yeah, okay. Hey, you making steps towards it, my boy. You making steps. All right, let's see what we got now. All right, Mr. Malik, this one for you. How do you keep track of your goals?
How do I keep track of my goals? I keep track of my goals by writing them down.
Okay.
So like I can remember like as far as back in elementary school, like literally 3rd and 4th grade, every year I write out my goals of what I wanted to do for the year. Like, so like just as far as I can remember, like you can ask my mom, I had notebooks still at her house right now to this day of, me in elementary school writing out what I wanted to do for the school year. Even as far as like being in 4th grade, I remember this vividly. Like I just wanted to play football for White Knoll Middle School.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. Like that was my goal. So I was just visualizing what I wanted to do, me succeeding.
Right.
And just every day, it got to the point in 6th grade when I got to middle school, our language teacher, he was like, all right, guys, let's cut the football stuff out. Like, let's switch it up. Like, let's do something else, man.
Yeah.
Because every day, my career to writing, I just wrote, like, I wanted to play football for White Knoll. So
Right.
that's what I did. That's how I keep track of my goals.
Okay. Did you get a chance to?
I did.
That's what's up,
I did.
man.
I
Hey, you
did.
started young, man.
I did, man. So,
Hey, that's good to start young because, hey, as you get older, it gets harder. So
exactly.
start when you're young, man. Start when you're young.
For sure.
Let's see what we got. Who should I get this one to? I'm getting this to Nick. What are some goals that you are proud of?
Honestly, some goals that I'm proud of is just being here right now, just being alive,
Yeah.
being blessed, having a car, having a family, having good people in my life. Because a lot of people are struggling, like a lot of people are going through it. Whatever we think we're going through, somebody else is going through it way worse. So I just try to be appreciative of that's what I got going on now.
Yeah, thanks, man. And I'm proud of the man you becoming, man. Hey, because your circumstances could have been different. That's factual, bro. Factual. I'm telling you, man. So, is it cool if I speak on like the parent? Okay. Okay. So for those that don't know, which probably most of y'all, so Nick, parent is a single mom. So it's already hard to having to raise a child, but to raise them on your own is even harder, especially as a man, and a woman raising a man is definitely different. So I know that's kind of tough. So can you speak on that? Like how did that impact you as a kid for the ones out there that going through the same situation?
I mean, honestly, I think that's why I'm so close to you guys now, just me being the only child and my mom just being her alone. Just I would gravitate towards my friends and just look at you guys as brothers. And
Right.
so it really doesn't affect you, in my personal opinion, it don't really affect you as a man too much until you start hitting those teen ages, like
Yeah, for sure.
once you start liking girls and
Right.
things along those lines. So I feel like if you just have, when it comes to that point and you have a male influence, you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's good right there. So for the ones that's like the parents out there, what would you say to the parents that's raising like a single child by themselves? What would you say to them to help their kid to actually feel like they're not alone or singled out or different than everybody else?
Honestly, I just feel like communication, just being able to communicate with your child and not just popping them, like tell them why you beating them, like tell them why you doing the things you're doing and just communicate. That's with any relationship.
That's good right there, boy. Hey, that's wisdom. Hey, that boy said with any relationship, you tell her. Nah, communication is key though, for real. Like even with my parents, they was very strict, and you know you get in trouble a lot when you're different than everybody else. So you try to fit in more. You know, I was the one that. Could y'all tell I was trying to fit in like as I was growing up, or did y'all feel like, man, that's Harold, that's what he do, or could you tell that I was like kind of trying to be one with everybody else, or try to be part of the cool society?
I mean, for me, honestly, you always just been yourself. Like, so that's Harold. You know, you had your own little unique way about yourself. Yeah, goofy.
Hey, goofy, bro.
I remember you used to love Rajon Rondo. You used to walk around with the head.
I forgot about that. When I was in Lil Rondo, and I always used to say, beast mode, beast mode. Yeah, man.
I remember you used to love Tiger, too.
Oh, yeah. Hey, boy, hey, he was hard back in the day, bro. He's still hard to this day. I just don't listen to that kind of music as much now.
I say, like, from you, I was just telling my people that, too. Like, Harold, like, he wanted to rap, or he still raps, you know what I'm saying? So, like, even if people try to discourage him, he always, like, he just put, like, blinders on and then care about what they say. You know what I'm saying? You always been yourself and stay true to yourself. And, like, even with the podcast now, you know, you still doing that. You still showing that characteristic. And that's a very, if you want to get something done, that's the type of mindset you got to have. So that's what I respect. You know, you being yourself. You're not trying to conform. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I always feel like you've been yourself since I met you. You know what I'm saying? You've been the same person, really.
Yeah. I appreciate you saying that, man.
For sure.
I'm gonna be honest, though. I honestly don't feel like I knew myself for, like, most of my life, honestly. Like, when I was younger, I felt like I had to do certain things to fit in. Like, even though I may have had blinders on, it's not like I didn't hear what everybody was saying, and I was kind of like, maybe I should change my style to this. Maybe I should cuss more. Maybe I should talk about messing with this woman and this woman. So I did kind of conform to it, but y'all kept me, like, wanting to keep going. Nick, he the one that got me into rapping. Like, at his crib, we used to be on the computer rapping and all that. I still got one of the little videos when I was rapping. Hey, they encouraged me to keep going, man, even if it wasn't the greatest. They wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, that sounded good, man. You know, that was real. Hey, you sounded great, man. No, they kept it real. Like, it's all right. You can do a little better, but, hey, you making progress, you know? So I appreciate y'all for being honest. Like, y'all kept me from doing things that was too out of bounds, I guess you could say, because I still did some things that was crazy. And y'all even encouraged me not to do that. And I was like, I remember Nick, sometimes you'd be like, man, come on, Aaron. Like, you ain't got to do that. Or even when I was at Bike Week, hey, I was drinking, boy. I was trying to holler at everything out there, boss. Hey, you couldn't stop me, couldn't tell me nothing, bro. And those was the moments when you could kind of see it. You can be like, okay, yeah, that's not Harold. Why he drinking all them drinks? You know, what he doing? But y'all kept me on the straight and narrow, man. Yeah, y'all. Even whenever y'all was doing other stuff, y'all be like, man, you don't gotta do that, man. Bro, don't do that, bro. That ain't even you.
That's our thing.
Right. Yeah, and I appreciate y'all for that, because some people, they'll be like, man, come over here. And when somebody tell them, like, they don't do it no more, they be like, nah, you still do it. Here you go. And they'll encourage them to do wrong things that's not helping them grow, you know? And if they are real brothers or friends, they gonna be like, all right, bro, I understand. Like, hey, that's cool. And I ain't never looked down on nobody, because, hey, I love y'all like family, like for real. So I appreciate y'all for that. Okay. All right, now, to dial it back in. My fault. I digress. So the next question. All right. So who I got this for? Mr. Malik. Is there a goal that you wasn't able to complete, and how did you handle it?
It was a goal that I wasn't able to complete yet. So basically, I think earlier in the year, I really wanted to relocate and go somewhere else. But, you know, just life hit me, you know what I mean? Yeah. Bills, just all different type of circumstances, like, hit me at one time, it felt like, and it really kind of derailed me for a minute. Yeah. But, you know, like, I wasn't able to complete it in the timetable that I wanted to complete it, but it really made me lean on my faith more too. So I realized, you know, you got to trust God's time and not your time. You know what I mean? So, you know, it might not have been the right time in his, you know, direction, like maybe protection too as well. Mm-hmm. So I just took that, you know, as a sign that, you know, maybe I'm not going to do it right now, but it just might not be the right time. So it's not like that. It just derailed me totally. It just kind of set me back a little bit more time, but in that time too, I learned a lot. So
Yeah.
I really blessed for it. So you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
never know. So, but I just kept my faith strong, and it's still gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's good right there, man. And another question to go off of that one. So, knowing what you know now,
Mm-hmm.
would you have done anything differently? And if you would have, what would you have did differently?
The only thing I would have did differently, so I was working at a job I really didn't like. It took a toll on me mentally. You know what I mean? Going in, I didn't like the job. Like it felt like when I just sit in the parking lot and be like, man, I can't do this in there. I can't do this in there. I feel like we all been in there.
Oh yeah,
that position. But the job paid a lot of money. You know what I mean? So what I would have did was, I probably would have stayed there maybe like 2 or 3 months longer, and just transferred within that company.
Yeah.
And maybe transfer to a different department and just kept the money coming in and stacking up.
Yeah.
Like that's really about it. That's the only thing I would really change.
Okay. So I feel you on that. I appreciate you. All right. So, Mr. Nick, so why is goal setting important to you?
You gotta set goals. You got to, because it's easy to get lost in the sauce.
Factual.
You know, especially as a black man, like
Yeah.
it's set up for us to lose. You gotta think about the women,
Mm-hmm.
drugs. It's a lot of temptation, and us as a community, we gotta do better. So
Factual.
it's important to set goals so you don't get lost.
I agree with that, man. Yeah, we get caught up in the mundane and just stay in the cycle of doing the same thing every day.
Exactly.
It's like, because we get comfortable,
Yeah.
and we need to learn how to break that, get uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
in the comfortable. Well, I said that wrong. Let me fix that. Get comfortable in the uncomfortable. It's like setting out new goals so that way you can push yourself. You know, you never know what you can do until you actually step forward, right? So most of us get so used to the safety. It's like a safety net. So you stay in that little bubble. But somebody need to come over there and just pop it, you feel me? And once you pop it, you can realize there's so much out there in the world for you to do, man.
Exactly.
You're not stuck to one thing. Explore the world. Explore life. Learn and grow. So, thank y'all for them questions, man. We're going to come back to some more questions for y'all, too, also. We're going to take a little moment to put a little segue in here. Got a little scripture. You know, we got to have our scriptures with it.
Okay.
So, speaking on what Malik said earlier, which is, goes well with it. So, Proverbs 19:21. Though we may have personal plans, the Lord's purpose in our lives will win the day. So, basically what he just said about, hey, sometimes things work out differently because it's helping protect us from other things. And you never know until you go find out, you know? But just know you shouldn't get upset or stuck in that mentality of, man, I should have did better. I could have done better. I wish I would have did this differently and all that. Because at the end of the day, you still living, you're still alive. So you can do something different today to help you get to go whatever goal you want to achieve. It just takes time.
To piggyback off what you saying,
Yeah.
think about it. Everybody in the NBA, their goal is probably to win the championship.
Facts.
And only one team can say that.
Mm.
And at the end of the year, the teams who didn't make it, who didn't win, they don't just give up and stop playing. They keep it going.
That's
they try
facts.
again next year.
That's facts. That's facts. So, yeah, see it like that. Hey, the goal could be your championship. If you don't get it this time, try again next year. Try again. That's great right there, man. That was good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you see like guys like Michael Jordan probably in the league about 5, 6, 7, 8 years before winning the first one.
Facts.
Or LeBron, which I can say, my favorite player. I remember like having to defend LeBron every day, like middle school, until he got his first ring.
Yeah.
So he came in like 2003, he didn't win it till like 2011.
Yeah.
So like, before that they were just like trying to crucify him, but now everybody love LeBron. Like,
Factual.
so you got, sports is the great way to look at things too. As far as say setting goals, failing, trying again, persevering.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a great way to look at it too. Many people can relate to it as well.
Factual. I agree with that. There's a saying that they be saying, since we're talking about sports, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. I know we all heard of that one.
For sure.
And that's so true. If you don't take the shot, look. And I feel like that's how basketball players progress. They take shots. If they miss it, they try it again, but they work on, they form whatever it is that they missed and messed up on. And then guess what? Eventually they're going to hit it. And they're going to be on point.
Exactly.
So keep trying until you get there. You know, don't give up. But also be realistic about your goals, though. Also be realistic about it, okay? We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Don't stop. I said I'm a problem, shady God. Up to you, that's the prayers about a ride. But I do have a heart, so please don't start.
Yo, what that is in here y'all cooking up?
You said what, bro?
What that is y'all cooking up? I've been trying to rap for a minute.
Man, this is my dog HG3, man. It sounded good, ain't it?
Stop.
Yeah.
Word, bro. What's the word, though?
Man, I want to rap, man. How should I go about it?
You say you want to rap.
Yeah, man.
What you been doing, you know what I'm saying, take that serious?
Rapping. In the studio.
Man, I mean, you know, I understand that. Like, you got a plan, though? Like, what, you know what I'm saying?
Plan?
Yeah,
Plan.
P-L-A-N. Yeah, I'm playing. What's up, man?
I ain't got one of them.
Man, so before you can even get started rapping, bro, you got to go set out what you want to do. I need you to go write down what your goals, you know what I'm saying? And then I need you to come back. You know, you gonna obviously need to stack a little cheddar because this beat ain't cheap. You feel me? But other than that, man, just keep on working on your goals, though, man. We're going to get back to it.
Appreciate that, man.
For sure, bro. What you said your name was?
Side.
Side, for sure.
Don't stop.
Do you have trouble sticking to the plans that you create? I've learned that when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you can learn more ways to gain one achievement for longevity. So we need to set a plan of action. I know you can't see it, but I'm just going to do it to do it. You feel me? So plan of action, your POA. So when y'all hear plan of action, what would y'all say that means to y'all?
Just
Just
put like.
For the ones that don't understand it.
I say putting the steps out there to what you do, what you need to do
Right.
to, you know, accomplish your goal. Like, you got to take the little small steps. Like, even working out, you can't just, like, me in my experience working out, you know, in the beginning, you just want to be strong as you can be,
Facts.
look the best you can be. But, like, you can't, it's impossible. You got to, like, take those steps, those daily wins, and, you know, break it down in small ways, you know what I mean? It's like progressive overload. It's not going to happen when you want it to. Like, you got to put that work in, and it's going to show, too.
Got to.
Like, you know, maybe he not here right now, but one of my friends, LeGarrette, both our friends, you know, family member of the podcast.
Yeah.
He told me, like, one time, and I never forget it, he told me, you know, in about 5 years, it's going to show who's been working and who's not working. Like, the work you're doing, you can't hide it. Like, you can't lie about it. You can't say you're doing something. If you're doing it, it's going to show. So that's something I live by, too. So I really, you know, salute to LeGarrette, man. So,
Shout out,
yeah, shout out LeGarrette, man.
All right, so we back to our questions. So we're going to put out what numbers we have left. We got 1, 10, 9, 2, and 8. All right, so each one of y'all pick one. And then I'll tell y'all what's after that, my boy.
You get uno.
You want one? Okay, bet.
Yeah.
So Malik got one.
I take 8.
All right, 8. All right, now I'll give y'all a chance to swap or keep.
I'm going to keep mine.
All right.
I can keep mine too.
All right, so Mr. Malik,
So,
do you see goal setting as a pro or a con?
definitely a pro. Definitely a pro. Like, again, it gives you the direction that you need to do. You know, like, and it give you, it's something to look forward to, something to know that you're working towards. So it's definitely a pro. Like, I wouldn't see any cons with it. So
Okay, so for the ones out there that do see it as a con, why do you think they would see it as a con? And what would you say to them?
The only reason I would say it'd be a con is just you don't want to be held accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just don't want to put the work in. If you want to duck the smoke, you want to duck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might just want to talk about it. You don't want to do it. That would be the only reason I'd say it'd be a con. So to me, everything about it is positive because you're doing something that you really want to do. So.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna pass that question to you. Do you see it as a pro or a con?
Like, you said, it's a pro.
Yeah.
You gotta have some type of goals, keep you on your purpose, give you something to look forward to.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's my fault. Go ahead.
If you see it as a con, you lazy.
For real, yeah.
Like, ain't no other way around it. Like,
Okay. So let me ask y'all this: do you think some people may see it as a con, as in it's a lot of pressure, and if they don't, they might have because some people may have anxiety or stuff like that, and when they look down on themselves worse than most people do, and they kind of like put themselves down and they don't get stuff accomplished, so they may set less goals because they feel like if I don't accomplish this, I'm not enough or I'm not worthy to even try to do it again. So what would you say to them people that feels like it's too much pressure?
I say, man, like your goals got to scare you. If they're not scaring you, you're not really thinking big enough. You know what I mean? So you got to really shoot for the moon. You really got to shoot for the moon. Like you probably selling yourself short if you thinking that way. You know, because there's so much more that you can achieve. Like if you think that way, you being limited. You limiting yourself and putting yourself in a box.
Facts.
So really, just shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell them.
Yeah.
you gotta have a good mindset. Like, half the battle's up here, so if you already going into it looking like you're gonna fail or it's too hard to achieve, you already done lost.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
Your own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Use you against you when you look yourself in that mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's facts. At the end of the day, the only person that's gonna be held accountable is you.
Exactly.
So you ain't gonna be able to blame it on nobody else. Like, man, I ain't do this because my parents didn't brought me up the right way. I ain't do this because this is happening, or I don't got a car, or this. There's many people that don't have cars, or their parents are this way, but you can look at their lives and be like, hey, he working hard, he putting that work in. He may have to work harder than most, but he's still making progress, and that's what's most important. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's good. Y'all got some good stuff coming on here, man. Y'all got some jewels, boy.
For sure.
All right, so we'll save this one. Mr. 8, Mr. Nick, what's the best way to take action?
Just to start now.
Yeah.
Like, whatever plan you got in your head, whatever business, podcast,
Yeah.
whatever you got in your head, just start on it now.
Yeah.
I know you already done looked into it and the steps you need to take. So just jump on it.
Thanks. And if you haven't, he just told you what to do.
Yeah,
Look at
right.
the steps to take.
For
Facts.
sure.
What would you say to that?
I'd say just break your goals down, take small steps.
Yeah.
You know, just get your daily wins.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just a week. You know what I mean? Just I'm gonna do this straight for a week. I'm gonna be consistent at what I need to do for a week, and just be compounding on that.
Yeah.
Because the small wins make big wins. You know what I mean? It's like the small steps. That's what leads to you ultimately achieving your goals. So
Facts.
you might want to look at the whole pie. That again, you want the whole thing, but you gotta like literally take the little small steps that make that whole pie. So
Right.
you gotta break it down, and you won't get as overwhelmed. I feel like if you are trying to, Rome wasn't built in a day, the Great Wall of China wasn't built in a day.
Facts.
It all started with like one brick. So you gotta start with that one brick. Find what you need to do.
Yeah. That's good right there. Think about it like this. Babies, when they first born, they don't jump right out some of them might jump out the womb, but they ready to get out of there. But we talking about like the steps you gotta take to jumping. Like we all can jump now because we learn how to crawl first.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta crawl first before you walk. Then after you walk, you can learn how to skip. After you skip, then maybe you can learn how to jump.
Yeah.
So it takes time, you gotta work through that. You can't go this way and then that way and think it's gonna work, because if a baby was to jump the first time, they're gonna be pretty hurt, you feel me? And we don't wanna hurt y'all, right? We wanna be safe out here. That's how you win right there, man.
Like,
Tell you.
Then you're flying.
Like Spider-Man. Yeah.
You don't fly, bro.
He swings, so he tries to slide. Look, so if you swing a long amount of distance, I feel like you're considered flying, right? No? No.
Superman, that's flying, bro.
That's true. That is true. Okay, you got a point. I digress. You got a point. All right, so there's an acronym that I came up with that goes along with everything like they've been saying, like really well. So, goal. Basically break this down in goals. So I looked at goal and I was like, how could I make this a way that people can understand it more simpler and be able to apply it to their life? So, gaining one achievement for longevity. So goal, gaining one achievement for longevity. So with that being said, basically what they already stated about setting one goal that you want to accomplish to help you get to that bigger goal, like Malik mentioned earlier. So a lot of us, we do too many things at once. We set these big goals and we try to accomplish it all at once. But as we mentioned, that doesn't always work out. Usually if you try to rush into it, you mess it up even worse, So it's good to take that one step and then it'll help you get to the bigger goal. What is one goal y'all want to achieve? That's a big goal. And how would you break that down into a smaller goal?
I say, let's say my goal is to buy a truck.
Yeah.
I would say just making sure I'm saving money weekly and not going out spending unnecessary money.
I'm learning that.
Just being aware.
Yeah.
Just being more aware.
Facts, man. Yeah, I had to learn that big time. Because, hey, I was trying to look fancy out here, boy. Them bills will get to you quick, though. You can't be riding too fancy, you feel me? Especially when you have family. Kids to feed, but you feel me?
That's what I'm saying. It's easy to get lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm telling you. That's factual, bro.
I think really for me, relocating, moving to a different destination, again, just putting money to the side, making sure you're doing your research, putting your money up, most importantly, so you have a good springboard, you're not struggling, and just just preparing, doing what you got to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we got 3 on the board, still left. So I'm gonna let y'all choose one, and what I'm gonna have y'all do is explain the question in a 10-word sentence. All right. So if you get it right, if you get 10 words or less, you get now. If you get it wrong, you get it. Feel me? Yeah, that's all you get. Nah, but on the show, I'll put something on there. I throw like a little cheering. People gonna cheer for you. You ain't just get my clap. You getting the phones claps as well. All right. So y'all converse about which one y'all want to choose together.
I'll let you pick, big bro.
I'm gonna go 9. This is the only odd one.
9.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, I want y'all to think of a number from 1 to 10, and whoever gets the number closest has to go first. So, let's see. All right, I got my number. What y'all got for me?
7.
Okay, what you got?
1.
Okay, good job. It was 6. So you get some first. Okay. So how do you prioritize your goals in a 10-word sentence? Timer starts now. How do you prioritize your goals in a 10-word sentence?
I know what I
It's your house. You got your 10 words already?
It got to be legit 10 words.
It got to be 10 or less.
Okay. 10 words or less?
Yep. You got 20 seconds.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. What you got for us?
Tell me if I'm correct. So you need to be organized
Okay.
and efficient.
Oh, okay. Say it one time for the camera. Say it one time for the camera.
You need to be organized and efficient. So
That's good right there.
those 2 words out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
Okay. You need to be organized and efficient. Now explain that for them.
Explain it to them.
Yeah.
You gotta have direction. You gotta be, have a clear mind, clear, concise plan of what you want to do and when you go about, actually taking the steps. You gotta be efficient with it. You gotta break it down. You gotta make sure that you're doing it in the most beneficial way for you.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So that's just my explanation of it.
I like that.
Yeah,
All right.
that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. All right, Mr. Nick, let me get you ready.
Don't worry about sitting there.
You know what? Hey, that's yours. He won a challenge. I'm going to give him a challenge. So you got 10 and 2. Which one you want, Paul?
Give me 10 then.
All right.
Yeah, give me 10.
You got to.
Yeah, silly.
That is crazy. Well, look at this one. All right, Mr. Nick. If a person never heard of the word goal before today, how would you describe it to them in a 10-word sentence? So you got to say that thing in a 10-word sentence. So how would you explain goal to somebody that never heard it before in a 10-word sentence or less? 10-word sentence or less. How would you explain goal?
What do you want to... Hold on. What do you want to get accomplished? Do it now.
Okay. All right, now say that again for the camera.
What do you want to get accomplished?
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah. What you want to get accomplished, do it now. Okay, look at y'all. Y'all did it. Good job. Y'all both get it. Yep. Good job, y'all boys. That's what I'm talking about. So now you explain that one for me.
Just get it done now.
Yes,
Don't hesitate. Don't wait for the right time, because
Exactly.
it's never gonna be the right time.
Exactly.
Factual. That's
Exactly.
factual. Get it done now. You
Yes,
heard what
it's
my
a-
man said.
It's a jewel.
Facts. Get it done now. Ain't no need to wait.
Yeah.
Unless you're not in the right mind state to do it yet. But you know. So, is there anything y'all want to leave the people off with?
I say, man, like what I want to leave with y'all with is, like don't wait around on anything. Like if you want to do something, just go out there and do it. But make sure that you're prepared. First and foremost, I ain't want to set you up for like failure. But at the same time, like he said too, it'll never be the right time. Like, you know what I mean? You just got to do it because time is still going to pass you by regardless. So you don't want to look back at your life with regret of things that you feel like you should have did. You know what I mean? You just live in the present and, go ahead and just attack it. Because, one thing about it, you got to walk on faith. And that's very important in life. Like that'll get you a long way. So it's like I say, just to sum it up, just take action. Do what you want to do and just, attack your goals.
Yeah. And to speak on that, a lot of us feel unqualified to do certain things. At the end of the day, the only way to push yourself to do it is to learn more and grow more so you can feel more qualified. Because you never know, that same person that thinks they're qualified might not be the right person for the job. Because it's also about character. Do you have the right character fit for the job?
Exactly.
So remember that.
Another thing I think that we didn't speak enough on too, as far as goals, like when we setting our goals, expect it's gonna be some bumps in the road. Like,
Yeah,
you gonna hit some hard stops, but you just gotta keep going.
for sure.
Keep going.
That's definitely
Keep going.
It won't be perfect at
Yeah.
all.
At all.
You're going to have setbacks, but you got to just keep pushing forward.
Actually, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank y'all for y'all insight, man. Y'all
Sure.
knowledgeable. Hey, that was some good stuff, man. If y'all ain't got nothing for this, then you must be on the right track. I mean, you must be perfect. All right, but if you ain't learned nothing from this, hey, more power to you, my brother. More power to you. Now, we got a challenge. So the challenge for y'all is to create your own POA, your own plan of action. So make a goal, gaining one achievement for longevity. How do you want to do that? What's the one goal that you want to achieve that day to help progress to the bigger goal? It could either be the day or the week. I don't want to put too much pressure on y'all. So if you need it a week or a month, then do that. Do what's best for you. As long as you're making progress, that's what matters. So yeah, any funny things any stories y'all got to tell? I mean, we got some. Hey, just a warning now. I'm not the same person I used to be. All right, so some of these stories is gonna maybe catch y'all off guard a little bit. Oh, they won't. Cause I told y'all I was a little ratchet back in the day. But so let's talk about it, guys. Let's have some fun with it.
I got one story. So me, Harold, and I forgot who was the third person, but we went to a house party across town. And we out there having fun and things of that nature. And we were leaving the house party. And somebody told us, like, hey, the police are sitting right out there. Just be careful when you leave, because they waiting to get somebody. So we leave. We both tell Harold, we like, hey, man, just be smooth. The police right there. And it's a stop sign at the end of the road. Harold just rolled right through it. And as soon as he did that, we got lit up like immediately. But luckily, you know, we got a real cool police officer. He let us go on about our day, but that was just something I always remember, like back in the day. So that's something I can share with you guys.
Yeah, man. That was tragic.
I don't know. I remember one time we was at Bike Week. And just everything my boy seen, he walking down on me.
Proud boy. Hey man,
He was in heat that day.
That was wild right there, boy. I was taking them back, man. Hey man. Yeah, man.
I remember first week too. Just gambling.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
He was betting on anything.
That was rough, boss. I don't like losing. It was fun though, man. I didn't think we were gonna keep winning. Shoot, what we playing? We playing beer pong, ain't
They
it?
playing beer pong, yeah, for sure.
Hey
bro.
man, all I had left was a doggone Pop-Tart or something.
Yeah, word.
Legit. All I had was a Pop-Tart left, man.
He was ready to gamble that.
I was. I'm telling you, man. Hey, came down there with 100, left with a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we had fun though, man.
We did. We had good times.
Yeah, man. Nick House was that was the place, bro.
Yeah.
That was the place, man. So shout out to his mom, man. She
Shout
a real
out Miss
one.
Nicole, man.
She a real one for sure.
For
She a
sure.
real one, boy. Cause she had to put up with all of us, and there was a lot of us there.
There was a lot of us.
Yeah, we had all the sleepovers there and all that, man.
Uh-huh.
That was fun, boy. Good time.
I remember one time we was upstairs rapping.
Yo.
And, we up there cussing up a storm, you know. My mom coming in. Oh, I'm finna tell your granddad what you had saying.
Right. It was tragic.
Yeah, we did. It was wild.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we was on the Xbox and we were playing somebody online and they was rapping. We having like a little rap battle. Yeah, I lost. But that dude was rap for real. I said, tragic. Damn, boy. But yeah, I want to take this time to give y'all some y'all flowers and acknowledge y'all for first off Mr. Nick for always making me feel welcome at home. You know, you probably the first. I think you about the first person because you live in my neighborhood, so you was like real close. And my mom's met your moms, and that's how we got together. And man, you've been a real one since I met you, man. Man, I love you, man. I appreciate you for everything you do and you're doing. So keep doing great things, man. If you ever need me, you know I'm here for you. Hey, back in return, I know it's the same in return. And I just want to say thank you for always making me feel like enough. You feel me? Feel enough and not feeling like too weird because I know I was goofy. I was goofy and wild.
I appreciate that, my
Yes,
boy.
sir, no doubt. Mr. Malik,
Yeah.
very like-minded. Me and him, we chill whenever we ain't had Mr. Nick with us sometimes, and we'll still be cooling and chilling and having fun. Yeah, man, you always been somebody that I feel like I can relate with and talk to and be level-headed with, and like would not be trying to steer me down the wrong direction per se. And you be like, yeah, man, you keep doing great thing, man, keep going, don't stop. And we always had that hustle mindset. That's what I admire about you. So when you said the thing about Batman and how he low key, and I was very low key too. So I was like, oh yeah, we low key together. You feel me?
Sure.
So I appreciate that, man. And you know, I love you, man.
To my
Keep
boy.
doing great things, man. Hey, man, I look forward to seeing what the future has in hold for y'all, man.
Sure.
It's gonna be great.
I want to give your flowers too,
Yeah,
man.
we gotta give you your flowers,
I
man.
appreciate it.
You're a good man, bro. Like,
I try.
for real, I watched you. Like, we all watch each other grow up and just
Yeah.
the elevation, man. Like you said, we went from at my mom's house and now we doing this in your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Much love.
I gotta give your flowers too, man. Like, you know, like just seeing the growth. Like, you got a very beautiful house, a very beautiful
Thank you.
family.
Appreciate it, man.
You know what I mean? You got a career about yourself, like, and you stuck with your podcast. You very consistent with it, man. Like, you know, it's easy to give up and get distracted, but you kept going with it, man. So,
I appreciate
you know,
it.
give your flowers for that too as well.
Hey,
Word.
hey, yeah, I give all that to God because honestly, I wouldn't be who I am now, even doing these podcasts, if it wasn't for him. Honestly, 'cause
Word, man.
that boy, yeah, he changed a lot in a short period of time.
Really.
I thank y'all for the flowers, man. I appreciate that, and I love y'all, man. I'm hoping we can do this again sometime for sure.
Part
So,
two.
Yeah, part two. You already know what's up. Yeah. So we leave y'all with goals. So just set your goal, man. Work to it. As I usually say, don't make excuses. Work through it. You got this. We believe in you, man. Hey, don't let nobody tell you otherwise. When you look at that person in the mirror, tell them, hey, I know who I am, and I was made for this. You feel me? So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for joining the podcast today, man. I hope y'all enjoyed my guests. I know I did. And they dropped so many jewels, man. If you know anybody else that want to grow and learn from this podcast, this is for you. You know, share to others. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Let people know about the growth that you're doing and how you're also making it happen. I pray y'all have a blessed week. With that being said, we out. Yes, sir, Ski.
Real talk.